Selina, does this mean that these penalties will indeed be reversed on ZTE?
So the Senate passed a bill that would essentially reinstate the ban, and this certainly complicates the earlier agreement that Trump had made to basically ease the sanctions as long as it paid a hefty fine and rearrange some of its management structure. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that the ban is going to be reversed. This has to be passed through the House. Any compromise has to be agreed upon by the House and the Senate, and then at the end of that, Trump still has to sign it into law. So many Asia-based analysts still think that this is really just prolonging the whole process for ZTE, and at the end of the day, the ban may still be eased, but it's unclear as of now. There is certainly a lot of bipartisan support for this bill, and it is really the first time that Congress has really stood up to Trump on a trade situation, but the end outcome is still unclear.
Senator Mark Warner tweeting tonight, the Senate passed our bipartisan amendment to block the Trump administration's bad deal with ZTE. If the president won't act on warnings from his own top intelligence officials about the dangers posed by ZTE, we will. And on the Republican side, Senator Marco Rubio saying, I issued a joint bipartisan statement with other senators after the Senate passed our ZTE amendment. Chinese companies who steal from and spy on America should not be able to stay in business using our technology. While ZTE is in limbo, can they stay in business? Selina.
We're certainly seeing ZTE get punished severely by investors. The longer that they're in this limbo mode where they don't have a clear future, the more damaging that it is for companies. They've already lost billions of dollars. Their operations have all been halted. They don't have a clear path ahead. They still rely on United States chip makers for key parts in their telecoms equipment. But at the end of the day, this whole process is really providing more impetus for Xi Jinping to achieve his Made in China 2025 goal, which is actually really at the center of the concerns of U.S. lawmakers. They don't want China to be technologically independent. They don't want China to be able to steal IP from the United States. But the saga of ZTE is telling China that they need to figure out how to be able to create all of this domestically in their country so that they're not tied and beholden to U.S. parts.